our next comedian, he's all the way from Tennessee. And when I told my wife we had someone on from Tennessee, she got fucking so excited. She thought I was surprising her with Justin Timberlake. I feel bad disappointing her, but I'm still very excited you're here. Put your hands together for David Habo.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi. I'm queer. I'm a comedian, and I'm Southern, so my pronouns are he, ha. I'm aware I look like Millennial Duck Dynasty. People say I look like Robert Plant. What plant would that be? I love Banquet Pizza because it says microwave high 1 minute. I can do that. I went out with a Christian woman recently, and I discovered that, well, I don't do fire and brimstone. I'm just fine with fire and brimstoner. I matched with a Jesus on a dating site recently, and like things almost happened, but I backed out the last second because I didn't want to give everyone who's told me to go fuck myself exactly what they wanted. I'm going to share with you the Gord's Prayer, and I'm going to go a little bit more further for this. The Lord is Gord, hallowed be thy name. Thy cucumber come, thy dill be done, on earth as it is in watermelon. Give us this day our daily zucchini, and lead us not into a pumpkin patch. For the love of Gord, smash, 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 all melon. Thank you. I think Eminem would be the perfect spokesperson for vaccinations. All he's got to do is get on stage and say, look, if you only had 2 shots. People tell me I look like an almond brother, but I think I look more like a pecan. I don't know how archaeologists live with themselves. I could never date something I dug out of the ground. My nipples are named. The one on the left is kind of perky, so that's called the cat's nip. The one on the right is smaller, so it's called Napoleon. I have anxiety, so I'm in some Facebook groups, but I had to leave one recently. It was the claustrophobia group. It changed its status from open to closed. I played Grand Theft Auto at friends' houses growing up. I thought that was pretty sick, right? Now I just play Grand Theft Auto Immune Disorder at my own house. I describe my comedy style as if the guy from A Beautiful Mind decided to pursue stand-up. I know that half the people laughing at my jokes are imaginary, but I try to ignore it. People say, oh, you look like you must be a dad. And I'm not. I'm less of a father figure and more of a go figure. I'm adopted. Sometimes I think about my heritage. I mean, you know, it's pretty obvious with his beard. I must be French. Except I feel less like Charlemagne and more like Charlemagne G. I got sick twice last year, and I decided I better get an antibody test because I didn't feel right for an uncle body. Here's a Star Wars joke. You know, there's some animal characters in the Star Wars universe. I'd really like to see a moose Jedi. Now, some people might say that's absurd, but I don't think that's a moose too far. There's a new Weezer album out. Fucking asthma. I'm a stoner, but yeah, like I really am on an inhaler. And I don't, you know, I know I look a little prehistoric, but I'm not that much like Fred Flintstone. Because I don't say yabba dabba do anymore, because yabba dabba don't do dabs anymore. I try never to take fruit for granted, but sometimes I take pomegranate. I prefer my yogurt submissive. I only eat fruity bottoms. Do you ever meet anyone who's so calm that it just irritates you? Like you just want to come up to them and say, I don't appreciate that melatonin in your voice. I make electronica and I tell jokes. So I have this dream of a variety show. I'd call it the Tinnitus Show. Sometimes I like to dress exotically, but lately I've found out that two wrongs don't make us right.
It's terrible.
You know, there's all these craft breweries opening up around here, and they've even got axe throwing. And I'd like to see comedy and axe throwing combined. If the performer is not splitting your sides, you get to throw an axe at them and split their sides. I know it's really gruesome. Well, Trump's not the president anymore, but for a second we'll pretend he is for the sake of this joke. The president claims he doesn't have a racist bone in his body. Well, that makes sense to me. They're all white. Can you imagine Julius Caesar with an Instagram account? Talk about carpe diems. Taylor Swift and Tom Hiddleston were going out. They broke up. He wanted something casual, but he can keep things low key. The other day, I was searching Phil Collins lyrics, and I made a typo and accidentally searched Phil Collins lyrica, and suddenly I didn't care anymore. I was doing a spirit box, which is something that ghost hunters do, trying to commune with the dead. And I kept getting this voice and only the lonely. Anyways, I checked the cameras that were running, and there was a spirit orb on there. And it took me a minute, but I realized it was Roy Spirit Orbison. And you imagine Tom Jones meditating Jones. Bed Bath & Beyond is the good description of my depression, except to be entirely accurate, it'd have to be Bed Bath & Not Beyond. I don't eat the best food, and I have worries about getting diabetes, especially because I'm single. I'm afraid that whoever I'm going to be dating is going to be lactose intolerant. Because I'm aware of these things, I heard there's a new LGBTQ plus Lego set coming out. It's called Bionicles. That's a very niche joke. That's okay. Did you know that earplugs become nose plugs if you stick them in your nose?
Oh.
I think that there ought to be a book written about the milk crate challenge. I think it could be the next great American novel, Crate Expectations. I only found out about it because Snoop Dogg was sharing about it on his Instagram account, and he actually changed his name again. This time it's Sleuth Dog. Now, to us Americans, Boxing Day is just a holiday that everyone thinks is just like in Canada, and I guess it's in a couple other countries than that. But, you know, with this whole milk crate phase, I'm thinking America might finally be ready to embrace Boxing Day as well. I obviously have a lot of hair, and people who date me after they're done with me, they tend to date people with short hair or no hair. So it's kind of like those people who say, oh, I don't want to own dogs because they shed too much. And like the next ones they get are a different breed, you know? There's a way to tell that joke and I completely forgot it. Let's see. I know a lot of bears, like men bears, not like the bears in the mountains around here. And I actually have a few friends who are both Catholic and bears. So it was really interesting. I witnessed recently, I went to confession, and did you know that when they're in confession, their voices get deeper, baritones. I left a line or two out of that, but thank you so much, Neil. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, too, David. That was awesome. David, that is you are living proof that you don't need to wash your hair or your clothes to do stand-up comedy. So well done.
I think you have. It looks like you have had a wash to me.
You also, David, you really reminded me of Mitch Hedberg.
Oh.
If Mitch Hedberg crawled out of the grave wearing the same clothes that he was buried in. No, I'm kidding you, man. That was awesome. Thank you so much. That was really good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, now we're up to